When you are looking into the collective movement of change, you are seeing those, your fellow brothers, your fellow sisters, all working together. Not just through the physical means, not just through the idea of actions, but the idea of the thought to work together. The idea of the thought that allows you to come together, to unify, to bring yourselves into a common goal, so that you are all deciding collectively the type of world that you wish to live in. You have seen it throughout the earth, even through these past couple of years of time, where there have been those in opposition who have stood up against the idea of any form of political or governmental authority, and they are taking responsibility into their own hands, letting everyone know that you are one of us and that this is not the way to live on the planet that represents suppression, that represents oppression, that represents unjustful means of conduct throughout these artificial systems. No matter what is taking place behind the scenes, what is most important is what is in front of the scenes, because you are what is ahead. And as you work together with each other, just through the nature of thought, you have already shifted everything. Your decision to move ahead, your decision to look at all of these things on the table that represent lies, corruption, deceit, falsehood, all of those have already been dismissed by those who stand. And there are, of course, yes, your brethren, your brothers and your sisters, who are still defending the idea of these particular forms of mistreatment, misconduct, and falsehoods. Have compassion for them, for they do not know where their true realization stands. This also comes down to fear. It can also come down to ignorance. And of course, the combination of the two. But it is because that many of you have come together just through a common thought. The great majority of the earth, by the way. You have nullified those particular plans that were behind the scenes, that were attempting to administer harsh protocols and harsh authority and heavy control upon the populace. This is no longer happening. The waves have shifted so fundamentally that such corruption will never be able to rise again. And this has all come through your intention. This has all come through your focus. This has all come through your common thinking. That you have seen what is on the table and you have dismissed, you have discarded it completely. Do you not see how the power of each of you working together in unity, working together in alliance, is all that you need to make the world that you want to make happen? Obviously, there is your own world. When we look at the independent one makes their own world. And the collective makes their own world. And the collective has already made a decision that everything that has represented these trying times, these challenges, watching the fall of the old and the rise of the new, you have all made it happen. Everything that's happening on this planet right now, in the majority, pertaining to a new shift that is taking place, is because of the majority of you. What is happening behind the scenes is just a manifestation about what the majority of you have decided. The majority of you, the collective change, has therefore reaped the greatest reward. And when you look into this great reward, it is the idea that you are seeing the idea of the Tower of Babel falling apart, the ancient pillars of Greece now collapsing to the ground. Only looking at these ideas represent artificial power structures in this context. You have moved past that now. And you may concern because you see things on your media and saying, well, isn't this very, very harsh? Isn't this something that is still going to hurt the planet? No, because you've already chosen not to participate with anything that's being shown on your media that completely represents a disgust, a repulsion, a realization of corruption. You've all said no to it. Because you have all said no to it, there's no chance that that timeline can take place. Perhaps not all of you, but the majority of you have said no to it. And through that majority, you understand that you are very heart-centered people. We're not saying that you're going on a giant mission here of spirit, or moving into some type of soulful alignment or some metaphysical journey. What is being said to all of you is that your hearts are intact. And this is what I wish to convey to you, is to know that your hearts are intact. And through these intact hearts, you are making the decisions together to move into a much more brighter world. It's already happening right now. But it's just like the illness of someone who becomes heavily sick. Even though they are getting better, their body still needs to purge. Their body may strike a fever, and then that fever will break, and the body will very slowly recover once again. Well, that's exactly what's happening with humanity. Humanity has broken a fever. They were once quite sick, quite ill, but that fever is now starting to break. And everything that is happening behind the scenes is because of each and every one of you and your similar intent and your synergetic thoughts that have made this happen. Therefore, in this light, the greatest reward that will come to you is the downfall of the old, the falling away of the corrupt, and the rising of something truly grand. Where the nature of your leaders, politicians, governments, financial systems, educational systems, medical systems, transportation systems, energy systems, all of these different systems upon the planet are in a state of great change. No stone has been left unturned. Everything is being affected by the new wave. And this is what I can call it. A new wave of change. The new wave has come upon you. As it has come upon you, it is a large tidal wave, but this tidal wave does not harm. It cleanses. It is a cleansing taking place. It is as I have spoken before, relating to the eclipses that are to come, as these are great cleansers. Well, that's part of the wave. Other alignments that will be coming soon, again, are all just part of the wave. It's amplification. Helping you to discover what has been kept in the shadows to now shed light upon it. Even though the eclipse casts darkness, it is actually bringing about the greatest amount of light of all, so that everything that has been kept under your feet is now about to be revealed. Everything pertaining to scandals, to secrecy, to corruption, to agendas that were intending to harm a great deal of the populace. All of this will come out. It does not matter the type of media. What matters is that it will come out. It is something that needs to be put upon the table for all of you to look at. And the reward is your ability to not support such a timeline. The majority are together with this through the collective. And as you continue to do this, your reward will only reap greater benefits. And those benefits will come to the idea of clarity and transparency. Not through your type of media, but through what you are all doing together, because you are the fact finders. You are the revealers. You are the ones that are seeing all of this kept underneath your feet for such a long time, and now it's coming to the surface because you have willed it to be. As you have willed it to be, this will only continue. This will only continue to percolate a great deal further until everything that needs to be exposed will be exposed. And as you move through this decade, you are going to see phenomenal transformation take place. The complete and total refinement of humanity's systems, as well as seeing how more and more people are coming together because of tragedy. Through tragedy, unity becomes born. Thank you very much for checking out the New Earth Teachings YouTube channel. Feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you can check out the websites, newearthteachings.com, where you can order a private session, 3 questions by email, EQ method, and a lot more. And you can also check out healingcodecards.com, where you can grab your mind deck, your body deck, and of course the brand new Body Deck Special Edition. All of these are available in digital editions as well. And you can also get a shirt just like this through healingcodeshop.com, where you can experience the healing codes in apparel form. So feel free to check out these websites. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you again in the next video. Be well.